ශ්‍රී ලංකා ප්‍රජාතාන්ත්‍රික සමාජවාදී ජනරජයේ ගැසට් පත්‍රය අතිවිශේෂ අංක 2442 ඇලෙරක් 30 2025 ජුනි මාස 24 වෙනි අඟහරුවාදා. රජයේ නිවේදන කතානායකවරයාගේ නිවේදනය 2025 ජුනි මාස 30 වෙනි සඳුදා පූර්ව භාග 9:30ට ශ්‍රී ලංකා ප්‍රජාතාන්ත්‍රික සමාජවාදී ජනරජයේ පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ රැස්වීමක් කැඳවීම. ගරු අග්‍රාමාත්‍යතුමියගේ ඉල්ලීම පරිදි පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ ස්ථාවර නියෝගවල 16 ස්ථාවර නියෝග ප්‍රකාරව 2025 ජුනි මාස 30 වෙනි සඳුදා පූර්ව භාග 9:30ට රැස්වන ලෙස පාර්ලිමේන්තුව මා විසින් කැඳවන ලද බව පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ කතානායක වෛද්‍ය ජගත් වික්‍රමරත්න වන මම මෙයින් දැනුම් දෙමි. වෛද්‍ය ජගත් වික්‍රමරත්න කතානායක 2025 ජුනි මාස 24 වැනි දින ශ්‍රී ජයවර්ධනපුර කෝට්ටේදීය.
Announcements by the Speaker. Number one, I wish to announce that the Honourable Speaker has received the determinations of the Supreme Court on the bill titled Budgetary Relief Allowance of Workers Amendment dated Amendment 19/2025 and the bill titled Budgetary Relief Allowance of Workers Amendment 20/2025, which has been challenged in the Supreme Court under Article 121(1) of the Constitution. The Supreme Court has held that the provisions of the bill are inconsistent with Article 12(1) of the Constitution and can be passed with the special majority required under paragraph 2 of Article 84. Further, the inconsistency will cease if the National Minimum Wage of Workers Amendment Bill is first passed by a simple majority and certified into law, and subsequently these bills are passed by a simple majority and certified into two laws. I order that the full determinations of the Supreme Court be printed in the official report of today's proceedings. Announcement number 2. I wish to announce Parliament that the Honourable Speaker has received the decision of the Supreme Court in respect of the bill titled Companies Amendment, which had been challenged in the Supreme Court in terms of Article 121(1) of the Constitution. The Supreme Court has communicated that since the petitioners in Supreme Court SD 19/25 and Supreme Court SD 2025 had opted to withdraw the petitions as they are satisfied with the proposed committee stage amendments, the court had not made a determination on the constitutionality of the bill. I order that the decision of the Supreme Court be printed in the official report of today's proceedings. Announcement number 3. I wish to announce Parliament that the Honourable Speaker has received the determination of the Supreme Court in respect of the bill titled Sri Lanka Electricity Amendment, which was challenged in the Supreme Court in terms of Article 121(1) of the Constitution. In the said determination, the Supreme Court has summarised the constitutionality of the bill as follows. Clause 8(2) shall be amended suitably to provide that the members of the committee referred to therein shall be liable under the Anti-Corruption Act number 9 of 2023. Clause 13(1)(c) is violative of Article 3 of the Constitution and requires to be passed by the special majority of Parliament and be approved by the people at a referendum. However, the said violation shall cease if this clause is amended as set out in the summary of the determination of the Supreme Court. Clause 13(1)(b) is vague and arbitrary, as it does not contain any provisions relating to the transfer of employees and their right as employees during the second stage of unbundling. Therefore, the clause is violative of Article 12(1) read with Article 14(1)(g) of the Constitution, and this clause shall only be passed by the special majority required under Article 84(2). The said violation shall, however, cease if this clause is amended as set out in the summary of the determination of the Supreme Court. Clause 13.2 is in violation of Articles 12.1 and 14.1g of the Constitution. The said violation shall, however, cease if this clause is amended as set out in the summary of the determination of the Supreme Court. I order that the full determination of the Supreme Court be printed in the official report of today's proceedings of the House. Announcement number 4. I wish to inform the Parliament that Honourable Dr. Harshana Surya Peruma, Member of Parliament, has tendered his letter of resignation from his membership of Parliament to the Secretary-General of Parliament, and as a result, a vacancy has occurred in the membership of the 10th Parliament. The letter will now be read out by the Secretary-General of Parliament.
20th June 2025. The Secretary-General of Parliament, the Parliament of Sri Lanka, Sri Jayawardenepura Kotte. Honourable letter of resignation. As I am expected to take over another official engagement, I tender herewith my resignation with effect from the end of the day of 20th June 2025. Kindly facilitate the acceptance of this letter of resignation and make arrangements necessary to process the same at your earliest convenience. I sincerely appreciate the facilitation extended by HE the President, Honourable Prime Minister, Honourable Speaker, Honourable Members of the Parliament, and particularly by staff members of the Parliament during my tenure as a Member of Parliament and as the Deputy Minister of Finance and Planning. Thank you. Yours sincerely, Dr. Harshana Surya Peruma, Member of Parliament, Deputy Minister of Finance and Planning.
Announcement number 5. Since the Chair of the Committee of Ways and Means, the Honourable Dr. Harshana Surya Peruma, Member of Parliament, has resigned from his membership of Parliament with effect from 20th June 2025, I wish to inform that in terms of the provisions of the Standing Order 132(1)A of Parliament, a meeting of the Committee of Ways and Means will be held on 5th August 2025 to elect a chair for the vacant chairmanship of that committee. Announcement number 6. I wish to inform Parliament that the Chair of the Sectoral Oversight Committee on Infrastructure and Strategic Development, Honourable J. Ajit P. Perra, Member of Parliament, has given a written notice to the Honourable Speaker of his resignation from the chairmanship of the said committee. Accordingly, I wish to further inform that as per the provisions of the Standing Order 111/12 of Parliament, action will be taken by the relevant committee to appoint a member of committee to fill the said vacancy in the future. Presentation of papers by the Speaker. I present the following. Fourth installment, parts 22 and 23 of the report of the Auditor General for the financial year 2023, and first installment, parts 1, 2 and 3 of the report of the Auditor General for the financial year 2024. In terms of Article 1546 of the Constitution of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka. The Honourable Leader of Parliament.
Honourable Deputy Speaker, I move that the said reports be printed.
I present the performance audit of the Auditor General on performance audit on Railway Communication System Improvement Project of the 8th installment of the report of the Auditor General in terms of Article 1546 of the Constitution of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka.
Honourable Deputy Speaker, I propose that the said report be printed.
Presentation of papers. The Honourable Prime Minister and Minister of Education, Higher Education and Vocational Education.
Honourable Deputy Speaker, I present the final budget position report, annual report for the year 2024, report on the deviation of headline inflation from the inflation target set out in the Monetary Policy Framework Agreement for the Q4 of 2024 and Q1 of 2025, and fiscal strategy statement for the year 2026 in terms of Section 11.3 of the Public Finance Management Act number 44 of 2024. I move that the reports and the statement be referred to the Committee on Public Finance. I also present the annual performance report of the Prime Minister's Office for the year 2024. I move that this report be referred to the Sectoral Oversight Committee on Governance, Justice and Civil Protection. I present the annual performance report of the Department of Treasury Operations for the year 2024 and performance report of the Comptroller General's Office for the year 2024. I move that these reports be referred to the Sectoral Oversight Committee on Economic Development and International Relations. I present the note on supplementary allocations from the Development Activities Programme appearing under Expenditure Head number 240 of the Department of National Budget for the period from 1st 5th 2025 to 31/5/2025 in terms of Section 6(1) of the Appropriation Act number 3 of 2025. Thank you.
Presentation of paper, the Honourable Minister of Agriculture, Livestock, Land and Irrigation.
Honourable Deputy Speaker, I present the annual report of the Sri Lanka National Freedom from Hunger Campaign Board for the year 2018. I move this report be referred to the Sectoral Oversight Committee on Environment, Agriculture and Resource Sustainability.
Presentation of paper number 3, the Honourable Minister of Plantation and Communication Infrastructure.
නියෝජ්‍ය කතානායකතුමනි 2023 වර්ෂය සඳහා කුඩා තේවතු සංවර්ධන අධිකාරියේ වාර්ෂික වාර්තාව මම ඉදිරිපත් කරමි. මෙම වාර්තාව පරිසරය, කෘෂිකර්මය සහ සම්පත් තිරසාරත්වය පිළිබඳ ආංශික අධීක්ෂණ කාර්ය සභාව වෙත යොමු කළ යුතුයයි මම යෝජනා කරමි.
Presentation of papers, the Honourable Minister of Energy.
කතානායකතුමනි 2023 වර්ෂය සඳහා ලංකා කංජතෙල් නීතිගත සංස්ථාවේ වාර්ෂික වාර්තාව මම ඉදිරිපත් කරමි. මෙම වාර්තාව යටිතෙල් පහසුකම් සහ උපාය මාර්ගික සංවර්ධනය පිළිබඳ ආංශික අධීක්ෂණ කාරක සභාව වෙත යොමු කළ යුතු යයි මම යෝජනා කරමි.
Presentation papers, the Honourable Minister of Justice and National Integration.
I present the performance report of the Attorney General's Department for the year 2024. I move that this report be referred to the Sectoral Oversight Committee on Governance, Justice and Civil Protection.
Presentation of paper, the Minister of Rural Development, Social Security and Community Empowerment.
Honourable Deputy Speaker, I present the annual report of the National Institute of Social Development for the year 2023 and annual performance report of the Department of Social Service for the year 2024. I move that this report be referred to the Sectoral Oversight Committee on Infrastructure and Strategic Development. Thank you.
Presentation of public petitions. The Honourable Mrs. Saroja Savitri Paulraj, Member of Parliament, one petition.